Well, good morning. Happy Labor Day Monday. Happy Labor Day Monday to all our smiling faces on this Labor Day. Put Happy Labor Day in the chat. Put Happy Labor Day in the chat just to get excited, because Chad and I got ourselves a show today that it started Friday night with football, and then we're just like, let's just bring Monday into the mix. Ezra, good look at that cute little face, Ezra. Good morning to you. Good morning. Look at that hair. Look at that hair. That looks like my hair when I wake up in the morning. It's probably like Chad's hair too. Chad's high and tight, aren't you, Chad? There.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning to you all. My name is Coach Brock Zevan, life coach, business coach, real estate coach, and a DAD. And we got a special show for you today. We got some new faces, some new people on here. I was blessed and fortunate to be able to be a part of a platform on Saturday in Clubhouse. Good old Robin brought me with Marilyn and a lot of amazing agents all across the country on this Clubhouse. And so we started to talk about the show. I'm like, you all come on, you come on. I want to see you. Then we had dials for dollars. So put where you're calling us from today. I don't care if you've been here forever. Put in the chat where you're calling us from, because the new people want to be able to see where you're at, because we're all about doing referrals. We're all about communicating. And also, I want you to tell us what you do in your business, because we have a lot of entrepreneurs. Majority of you are real estate agents, investors, work with real estate agents on the financial piece, whatever it might be. But put it in the chat to tell us where you're calling us from, what you're doing. And if you get a wild hair, if you're going to have a cookout today, because we're going to be talking a little bit about today and what it means and what that's all about. But I want to say good morning to a lot of our new friendly faces. Thank you so much for being on here. So Mondays is typically my day that I lead. We're blessed and fortunate. We have amazing speakers and leaders that do this every day in some capacity, in some way, lead from the front, Monday through Friday, 8:15, 8:45. Now, my kiddos, Bryce's school starts the exact time of the show is. So I've asked Chad to switch, but being a holiday, him and I are going to co-host today. We are going to co-host today. Him and I talked this morning on a couple things we had in mind to share with you. We're going to talk about what September 1st means. So happy September 1st. Happy September 1st. How cool was it seeing football back on TV, seeing the college football out there? We're going to talk about Chad's son Jackson and being at the football game Friday night with him and his family. It really was an amazing time, and I was truly blessed to be there. But before we get Chad fired up, get him yeed up, get him all riled up, we're both going to do our affirmations. So if this is your first time being on here, this is where we get excited, because both Chad and I love it when you come off of mute. We're going to do my affirmation first, and then we're going to do Chad's affirmation right after that. Now, on the count of three, we're all going to unmute ourselves. Well, you can unmute yourselves now. We are going to say mine. And then when we get done with mine, we're going to take a little pause. And then we're going to say Chad's. And then we're going to bring it together. We're going to bring it together for the show today. So on the count of three, on Labor Day, you slept in maybe. You got a little extra hot dogs and hamburgers. You already got maybe a little relaxed time. I don't know. But you're really feeling it today. It's a new month. We're coming from abundance. So on the count of three, let's all say it together. 1, 2, and 3.
Something good is going to happen to me. Something good is going to happen through me.
Now keep your voices. Look how fast she is, Chad. Damn, look how fast she comes in. On the count of three, we're going to say Chad's affirmation. 1, 2, and 3.
I am created on purpose. You are created on purpose.
Yeah, don't you just like it when you hear all their voices?
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. My goodness, this sounds so harmonious, right? Harmonious. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yes.
Well, good morning, brother. Good morning. Tell all these amazing people a little bit about you, who you are, what you got going on here. One of our main leaders that you've been with us for quite some time, over 2 years already, almost 3 years now. Tell us a little bit about you, brother.
Yes, I'm just an old country boy from South Carolina. I love people. I don't like bullies. I am, when I say that, let me back up and just say I'm a wealth strategist, and I believe true wealth is an abundance of everything that you value, and it's built from the inside out. And I don't like the financial industry taking advantage of people on what they don't know. And you know, I just there's a lot out there that where you can control your money instead of money controlling you. And so my whole goal, my calling is to help people stop chasing and start choosing and start being present and start pursuing their purpose, unlocking their potential, and truly profiting internally and externally. Because I believe alignment with who you were created to be is what true wealth really looks like. And so I get yayed up. I get yayed up when I get to talking about this. A lot of you know that, but I've been married for 21 years. I have two amazing boys. I'm as tough and rough as they can be, but when I get to talking about my family, I will get emotional every once in a while, how special they are, and what God's done in my life, and just how I'm not chasing anymore. And I say this very humbly, but it's like I'm attracting business and the right partners and the right opportunities. And I truly believe that it's because I'm heading in the right direction in my life. Mess up every single day, but I promise you, I am going in the direction that I feel like I'm called to be going in. And I love being yayed up and getting yayed up on this show right here. So I appreciate it, Brock. Thank you for giving me this platform. And yeah, welcome to all of you new people, all the new folks here. Thank you for being here. Hopefully, we'll see you more in the days and weeks to come. So I'm officially a Monday guy now, right? I'm Monday, right?
You now lead us our week, brother. You now are the official Monday, and I go to your day on Tuesday now. And so that is our little Chad and I did a little swaps of that because I'm all about consistency, and Chad is well, where we want to make sure we have the same thing going on every day, so that way we're not all over the place. And I want to share something with you. And so Mark and Greg, what up, Greg? Good seeing you, Greg. So you don't know this. Well, maybe you do. I don't know. And so I want everybody to really lean in. If you're taking notes, if you're driving someplace, if you're doing something, I'm about to share something with you that I really want you to lean into. And then Chad, I'll let you take it from here because it is about your son. And so we went to the football game. And for those that don't know, I was 12 years a football coach, high school teacher, was assistant principal. And I was crazy. I was one of those weirdos all that I was getting ready to get my doctorate and to become a superintendent for one of the 16th largest school districts in the country. And God had a different plan for me. He's like, nope, we're going to keep you coaching, but I'm going to remove you from teaching, and we're going to put you into the real world of like adults. And boy, sometimes that's a little challenging in itself because boy, adults got a lot of excuses too. So I got to go back to my youth. How many of you get opportunities to go back to your youth? Maybe a sandbox, maybe an old park you went to, maybe something. How many of you, put a 7 in the chat if you've recently been able to go back to your youth in some capacity, in some way? Put a 7 in the chat because Chad and I get excited with numbers. At least share. We got one person who went back to the youth. Nobody else. Okay, a couple people. All right, makes me feel a little bit better here. So I got to do that on Friday. So why did this, like, somebody's like, wow, you went to a football game. Like, what's the big deal? I'm like, because it's my youth. Our youth sometimes is our energy. Our youth is our experiences. They help us make today's decisions. So I got to go back to being a football coach, sitting there in the stands and just really embracing it and everything else. It was one of those moments. Coach Jada hooked me up with the ticket. I got to sit next to Chad. It was like a pop quiz. I met the entire family. Brock, this is this person, this person, this person, this person. It's like, holy smokes. It's like the whole bleachers, Chad's family. And so his son, they end up losing the game. It was a really close game, and they end up not towards the end. Unfortunately, Jackson threw a touchdown, and for me, it's really cool because I got to talk a little football shop and see, and the corner made a really, really good play on it. And I was talking to him. I said, Jackson, I saw your receiver doing a drag, and that corner just stepped right in. I'm like, you had the right play. It's just the corner made a great play. And you know what he says to me? Never met the kid. Only just online and different things through chat. He says to me, thank you for coming. I'm sorry I let you down. And I'm like, you're a junior in high school telling me you're sorry you let me down? That's how badly, he didn't know me. He's winning not only for his team, he's winning for everybody who comes watches him. And so I ask you this question today. Are you letting yourself down? Because sometimes we're always worried about everybody else. But what I loved about Jackson is he just came with such conviction and confidence. And some of us on here, and why I think holidays are so important, especially this one, and I'm not going to get all yayed up about Labor Day. And Chad, I'll let you take it from here when I pivot this. But the thing to me, what Jackson did, just really resonated me. Like, this guy really cares. Cares about every person that's out there watching him or knows him or doesn't know him. Yet some of us ourselves, we should just look in the mirror and say, am I letting myself down? Am I really living up? Am I taking it to the next level? That's why I'm so big. Somebody texted me this morning and said, this is separation season. This is where you catapult your business and start setting yourself up for success for 2026. On January 1st, it's too late. Jackson was setting himself up for success, not that night. It started weeks ago, months ago, prepping and preparing and planning and reading and understanding the offense and the defense and what he wanted to do to know when he needed to perform. And maybe he came up a little short. But you know what? That kid, he's a fighter. And I want us to understand that this kid, a junior,
There he is, Brock. I don't want to interrupt you, but Jada's got him right. Like,
there
I ain't gonna be able to talk. That's my boy
there
right there.
Right now.
Yep.
Practicing. Number 9. I don't know,
That's right.
Chad, it just made me think of a junior and how much he wants to win and what he's doing and everything else. And it's just like, I want everybody to understand, like, this is an opportunity and you seize this moment and to work on yourself and to take your business, your family, every aspect of what it is that you're trying to do and ask yourself in the mirror today, am I letting myself down or am I showing up? I don't know, this is just where I just really, I can't tell you how much I enjoyed Friday.
Well, I didn't know you was gonna talk about my son, and thankfully I put a plug in that I might get emotional. Jackson is I think we should carry it out though. Jax, if I can. Jackson is super, super special. You know, there are times where I remember we had a snowstorm. I'm not making this up. Just one among different times. And my wife and I were like, where's Jackson at? He's been awful quiet today. maybe we're thinking he's up in his room. And again, this is not unlike him, but just another wow factor. We look outside. No, it wasn't snowing too bad, but he has cones set up. He has a net set up, and he's doing his drills football. I didn't ask him to do it. I don't tell him to do it. He's just convicted about it, and he wants to be the best that he can be. If you turn that up a bit, he literally points everything to God. Everything. He is humble. I don't know if you saw this. I think you did, Brock. You know what he did on Friday night. He does that every Friday night. Yeah. Okay. This is a brag session. Okay. Welcome to the brag session. I just realized it, but I'm not holding back. When they ran out of the tunnel or whatever off the sideline, I grabbed Brock. I just said, watch this. And he goes off by himself away from the team and kneels and just prays that God would put his super on his natural, and that he would always be pointing people to him, and that he would be a good steward of the gift that God has given him. And so he just turned 16 a few months ago. He took over the starting position last year as a sophomore, halfway through at a 5A school. And, his first start, I knew from a skill standpoint that he was good. I knew from a confidence standpoint that he was good. But, Friday night lights is different than Thursday afternoon evenings. You know what I mean? And I wanted to make sure that he was mentally prepared. Mentally. Like, how are you mentally? Your mind. Are you good? I didn't want to nag him or anything like that, but that's just the dad. Are you good and prepared? And, are you scared a little bit? And he was like, I'm a bit nervous, but he said, the story's already been written. Whatever's going to happen is already going to happen. So what do I have to lose? I'm going out there every play, and I'm going to give it my best no matter what, because if something happens, all things work together for the good. At that point, I wanted to run through a brick wall. I wanted to put my helmet on, because that was the little bitty thing that this dad needed to hear to kind of fill that gap or that unfulfillment, to just make sure his son was ready to go. And he went out on his first start. Matter of fact, it was against Clover, and he scored 3 passing touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown. As a sophomore, 55-19 or something was the score. It was amazing. But, it's just, I'm thankful for the people that we have in our family. I'm thankful for people that, his friend group. He is a big practitioner of, they might be in your circle, but you might not want them in your corner. And he's an inspiration to me. He really is. Both of my kids, next Monday we'll talk about Clayton. But I appreciate those kind words, Brock. It really means a lot. And yeah, I didn't expect to really go there, but I'm very thankful. And, it's all about purpose. The boy's got purpose in his life. And when you have purpose as your foundation, you can fall flat on your face as many times as you can get pushed down. But purpose will bounce you back up, give you resilience, give you grit, and knowing that you're living on purpose for purpose. And that's what it's all about when you're in alignment with your assignment. So, yeah, that's my little splurge right there, Brock.
It was funny when you said 2 things, the alignment and purpose. And so before I got on here today, you and I talked, and I was like, all right, God, where does the alignment need to be today? What is the message that somebody wanted or somebody needs to hear? And so as we you share the moment of a Friday night for me, everybody had a different perspective. You know, Jackson's perspective, a dad, a mom, anybody else that's there, the student section, seeing these students, these kids, but there was always a different perspective. So today, I want you to really lean in on yourself. Do that audit on yourself. Where are you? How are you? It's a new month. I'm getting right down my vision of what I want to look like on December 31st. And I shared it with somebody. I said, my goal is to have 20 listings by December 1st. What is your goal? And the lady that I was telling this to, she goes, well, I mean, starting today. I was like, well, today's a good day to start. It's the first of the month. But those 20 listings, and then she goes, well, what happens if you don't get it? I said, well, hopefully I come close. Like, hopefully I can come close, because I won't be upset if I come close. But the point is you have to put it out there. And you have to start today. And so the conviction, the purpose that you have, like Chad was talking about, what is your purpose? If you're not writing this down, I want you to, like, what is the purpose? Why did I get up? Why did we have 40 people on here, 41 people on here at one point? What made me get my tail out of bed to do what it is that I want to do? See, Jackson has a little purpose. He's practicing right now to win a game, to win next Friday. On what happens as adults, we lose that sense sometimes, because it's like Chad said, what's the point? What's the purpose? What am I trying to get at? What am I trying to do? I say many times, I see people in this type of, I'm going to try to put it in a context, but I see many people in life drive around with the tools that they have, the skills that you shared, Chad. Jackson was given a set of skill. I remember watching him throw his football. I said, this kid's got something. I can just sense it. Actually, go look at Josh Allen. I was watching Hard Knocks with the Buffalo Bills, and Josh Allen throws like Jackson. And we have the skills that God gave us. You all do on here, every single one of you. And it's like this. We have the car. We have the gas in the car. We have the music on to feel it. We have the GPS. We have everything we need. The challenge is we don't have the address to put into the GPS. We don't know where we're driving. So we get in our car, we do this hamster wheel every single day because we have the tools, and we get in there and we drive around all day long. And then we return to our driveway and we're in the same exact spot that we left it. But if you just had the address, could we arrive at a different destination? And that's the thing that I see when you said, Chad, purpose. That's the missing ingredient. Because when you have that address, it becomes very crystal clear. Massive action creates clarity in some direction or not. So, Chad, you can play off of that, or we can open it up to anybody who has something they would like to share with us. Chad, you control what we got, brother.
Yeah, so to you new folks on here, you know, I was that guy on the hamster wheel forever because I was chasing the next level for benefit of my family. Understand, my heart and my intentions were pure. But the hustle and the hamster wheel ended up getting the best of me, and my family ended up getting the rest of me. I was there physically, but I'm thinking 2 years from now down the road, 5 years down the road, you know, throwing the ball with the kids and hoping that the deal is going to close tomorrow. I was not present. I wasn't present. And so my heart had to break for my eyes to be opened. And I went through a very tough season. It was my wake-up call. I call it a divine disruption. And, you know, a lot of people go to bed struggling a little bit, maybe some anxiety with money and all of that. I tell people I climbed a lot of buildings, a lot of ladders, but they were against the wrong buildings. I had the hustle. I felt like I had the skill. I had the desire, but I was ignoring who I was created to be. And let me unpack this for a bit. Purpose may not be the destination. It might not be the address. I think purpose, your destination can change a bit. But I do think that purpose is a daily direction that you're going in. We're not called to be comfortable. And I've mentioned this before. Purpose is paved with potholes. And if we avoid the battle, there's no such thing as a victory without a battle. And if we avoid the battle, we'll never experience victory in our life, and we'll never slay the giants in our life. And I think that all of us can say, hey, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. But at the very top of my little wealth building pyramid is peace. And I think that almost everybody would love to lay their head down at night and just have a sense of peace. And I think that can only come from alignment. And that is pursuing your purpose. That's the very foundation, first and foremost. God, empty me out, or I'm going to empty myself out so you can fill me up. Literally taking one step at a time. What do you have for me today? How can you use me today and be a vessel for you? And here's why that is. You know what? Proverbs 19:21. Y'all didn't know y'all was coming on to a Bible study, did you? It says, man has many plans, but God's purpose will prevail. I ain't getting in that. Why? I want to yield myself, throw my sails up, and let him take me where he wants to go, because that's a whole lot easier life. And when I say easier life, it's still hard. But you know what? I can take deep breaths now. I can soak it in. I have a peace that surpasses all understanding that we've always been taught and talked about, but I've never experienced it. But now I do. And when you do that, I think God blesses you and he unlocks that gift inside of you. And a lot of people don't even know what their gift is. I didn't know that I'd be on this thing running my mouth and on stages all over across the country, running my mouth and telling my story. A gift is not learned, earned, or even deserved. That is something God put inside of you. And man, it's amazing. And then you've become fully present. When it's family time, it's family time. I pursue my wife. I tell her how beautiful she is. I pour into my kids. I'm not concerned about what I put on them. I'm concerned about what I put in them. And everything else just takes care of itself. Kind of like Matthew 6:33, seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all these things will be added. It's been there. I just hadn't paid it attention like I suppose. I thought it was a nice t-shirt or coffee mug verse. All right, I'm going to calm down, but let me just say something. Everybody on here is created on purpose for purpose. It's your choice to step into that purpose. And it could be that little, still, small voice way down deep inside, knocking on your door or tugging at you. Pay it attention. Because if you ignore the alignment, just like a car, things will start tearing up. Them tires will be tearing up. They'll start pulling. You just keep ignoring it. You'll end up in a ditch. You'll end up in an accident. And pay attention to your alignment. So appreciate you guys. Thank you for being on. Brock, thank you for sharing about my son. I appreciate it more than you know. And again,
Yeah, man.
you're created on purpose for a purpose. So be there in the morning, 8:15, same channel, same time.
Chad, I
Mr.
appreciate
Brock
you, man.
Zevan.
I appreciate you, brother, for being on here and sharing the spotlight, and just once again on Friday. Guys, if you got something out of today, if you like today, put a 5 in the chat, put a 5 in the chat, put a 5 in the chat. If you got something out of today, you liked it. Jay, when they get done putting the 5s in there, if they didn't like it, we're just gonna keep quiet. No, you're fine too on that. To put our links in there, go to the Brock Zevan's Mindset Motivational Facebook group, so that way you can watch. We had a couple people say that they want the transcript. You can go to my YouTube page, Brock Zevan's YouTube page as well. The recording will be live there as well, and all our show notes are on there. So you got our private Facebook group page as well as our YouTube page, and I'll be back tomorrow at 8:15 a.m. Eastern time. Invite your friends, join us. Chad, thanks, brother.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you guys. Talk to you soon. See ya. Bye-bye.